Mustafa?
Yes.
Okay. So let's get back to the word I was asking you about, the word guardian. So when I said to you that my father is my guardian, so guardian comes from guard, you know, any you know, the VIPs or the important people
Yes.
or the famous
Yes.
people like hired bodyguards. So it comes from the word guard, comes from protection.
Yes.
Okay, so guardian here like protector.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Let's move on. What is the meaning of the word myth? You know the meaning of legend?
No.
Legend. Okay, I will tell you.
Legend. I
Yes,
know. Of
yes.
course.
Myth is like a legend, something which
Yes.
is not real, and it's from the past.
Yes.
Maybe magic, something not real, and it's a past thing, not new. And the adjective from myth, it's mythical. The adjective from it.
Yes.
You understand this?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, let's move on. The last word. Subconscious. What is the meaning of subconscious? Okay, I'll try to simplify to you. If you, before sleeping, maybe you are or maybe you were thinking about something before you sleep, and once you
Yes.
sleep, you see it in your dreams,
Yes.
or you think about someone, and once you sleep, you see this person in your dreams.
Yes.
What is this? What is this action? This is the action of your subconscious. Something happens in your mind without any control from you.
I think
Hmm. It's what?
it's our
Hmm.
unreal brain.
We can say mind, like mind.
My,
Yeah, something like this. Okay, so it's something or some action in your mind, some action in your mind, um, or actions in our minds that take place or controls without any control of us.
yes.
Okay, so here it's something in our mind that we cannot control. Something mental, I can say, and we cannot control. But you understand the meaning, right?
Yes.
Good.
Right.
Very good. Okay. So these are the most important words in this unit. Okay. Let's move to the part which is very important, the grammar part, because the grammar part is about how to tell a story or how to tell a dream. Like if I ask you and I said, Mustafa, tell me about your dream last night. Okay, so here it's like telling a story or telling some kind of sequence of actions. If I'm telling a story or telling a sequence of actions that already happened in the past, so I use the past simple, and
Yes.
I should link it with past continuous, because I'm talking about maybe, for example, you say to me, while I was walking, I saw a snake. So here I was walking, then you saw a snake. Does it mean that she continued walking or you stopped walking? I was walking, then I saw a snake. It means that you
Yes.
continued walking or you stopped walking.
I stopped walking.
Very good. So here an action happened and interrupted or stopped another action. So I have to link past continuous with past simple if I am narrating or giving or telling a story or a past story. Something happened to me.
Yes.
You understand? So here, let's start talking about the past continuous first. So here in the grammar part, so the grammar, let's write it as a grammar only, okay. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is past. We call it past progressive or past continuous.
Yes.
Okay, so the form of it, if I'm going to make a sentence in the past continuous, it's was or were, verb to be in the past, plus verb, plus ing. Okay, so when should I use past continuous? When should it be used? Okay, I use past continuous in case I'm talking about what? Firstly, if I'm talking about an action, okay, this action was continuous, and pay attention to this word. This action was continuous. It wasn't finished. Okay, this action was continuous at a particular time in the past. Okay, and I'll give you an example for this. Like if I say, my brother was playing football okay, at 7 o'clock see, yeah, yesterday. What's the meaning of this? So here I'm talking about an action. This action was continuous, okay, at a particular time
Yes.
in the past. So what does it mean that my brother was playing football at 7 o'clock yesterday? It means that if I travel back in time to yesterday at 7 o'clock, I would see my brother still playing. His action was not finished. You got this?
Yes.
Okay, so here, this action was continuous at 7 o'clock yesterday. So this is the first usage for past continuous. The second usage, if I'm describing the background of a situation. For sure, this situation is in the past, right? So if I'm describing, look, the continuous tenses are the best tenses to describe. Like if you are describing something you see right now in the present, so present continuous, this is the best tense to describe something happening now. But if I'm describing something was happening, like in the past, here I use past continuous. So if I'm describing the background of a situation, let me give you an example. You say, yesterday while I was walking, the sun was shining, the boys were playing in the street, the birds were singing, and the people were very happy. So here you are describing the picture of your action. Okay?
Yes.
You are describing what was happening around you, describing the actions around you while you're doing your action. Okay, this is the meaning of describing the background of a situation. So here, if you say, you know, miss, yesterday in the morning, I was talking to my friend, and while I was talking to my friend, my mom uh, was cooking or preparing breakfast. My brother was playing football, and my sister was watching TV. So here you are describing to me what was happening around you, the background around you, the picture around you while you were doing your action. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm talking about actions that were continuous at the same time, and no one stopped or interrupted the other. What does it mean? If you say to me, I was driving my car while listening to music. So I was driving my car while I was listening to music. So here,
Yes.
these two actions were happening at the same time, right?
Right.
So you were driving and at the same time you were listening to music. Okay, you can say, I was reading a book and drinking coffee. So sure, you're reading the book and drinking the coffee at the same time. You can continue. I was reading a book, drinking coffee, and my mom was cleaning the kitchen, and my brother was studying. So all these actions were happening at the same time, continuous at the same time, and no one of them stopped the other. You got this?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. If I talk about a long action, so what is the meaning of long action? The long action is the continuous action. So you have to know, or you have to put in your mind, if I say to you long action, it means a continuous action because the continuous action is long.
Okay.
So a long action like continuous. Okay, stopped or interrupted by a short action. For sure, the short action is the simple. So you have to know, or you have to put in your mind that the short action or the simple action is short. Okay? Like what?
Okay.
Like, let me give you an example for this. While I was walking, or while I was going to work, this is the long action. While I was going to work, I saw an accident. I saw an accident. Saw an accident, this is the simple, this is the short action. So what's gonna happen here? While I was going to work or walking to work, I saw an accident. So are you going to complete walking? I was walking and I saw an accident. Are you going to complete walking?
Excuse me. I can't hear you very clearly.
The sound is interrupting. Okay, again. While I was walking or while I was going to work, I saw an accident.
Yes.
Okay, while I was going to work, this is a long action, right?
Yes. Right.
I saw an accident. So is a short action, simple.
Yes.
Okay, so while I was going to work, I saw an accident. What's going to happen here? Are you going to continue walking or are going to stop?
Stop.
For sure. So here, the short action, I saw an accident, stop me from walking, stopping me from continuing my long action. You got this?
Yes.
So in this case, you have a continuous action stopped by a simple action. Or in other words, a long action stopped by a short action. Okay, you understand this point?
Yes.
Okay. One last thing. If I'm talking about actions that happened and finished one after the other. Actions that happened and finished one after the other. So I'd like you to focus here. Actions that happened and what?
And finish.
Look, if the action happened and finished, what is the tense that can talk about an action that happened and finished at a specific time in the past? What is the tense that talks about or describes an action happened and finished at a particular time in the past? Happened and finished. Past simple.
What is it?
Past simple. I'm asking you, by the way, and I answered. So the tense
Yes.
here is past simple. Sure, the past simple is about action. This action happened and finished already in the past. Okay, so if I talk about actions, these actions happened and finished one after the other. Like if you say to me, when I went home, I did my homework, I ate my lunch, I watched TV, then I went to sleep. All these actions happened and finished one after another. So you went home, this is number one. After this, you did your homework, this is number two. What's next? You ate your lunch, you watched TV, and then the last action you did, went to sleep. So yeah, if you're talking about actions, these actions happened and finished one after another. Action number one, action number two, after action number three, this. So here, once the action happened and finished in the past, so this is past simple. But the action, if the action was continuous, so this is past continuous. The action finished, past simple. Okay, so let me give you simple advice. If you are going to link between past simple and past continuous, you have to focus on the relation between the actions. Are they happening at the same time? Or one of them stopped the other one? Or they happened and finished one after the other? Because if they were happening at the same time, if they were continuous at the same time, so all of them will be continuous. If they happened and finished one after another, so here in this case, they are all simple. If they were happening and stopped, it means that I have two actions here. Simple, stopped, the continuous. So you have to know the relation between the sentences and the actions before you use the tense. And you have to translate as well. If you are telling a story or telling something like this. You understand?
Yeah, I want to understand this. A long action continues, stopped by a short action symbol. Symbol in
Okay,
here is mean past
past,
simple, right?
past. I'm talking about the past.
Right,
So
right.
all my concentration here is about past actions. I'm saying to you, you are telling me a story, telling me what did you see in your dreams. So you are narrating or telling something already happened. So I'm focusing on here past. I started my talk with the past. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So my talk or my concentration here was on the past. And if you remember, while we were listening to the dream of Dick in the listening, he said, while I was sleeping, I saw a snake. The snake came out of the blue. I was scared. So he started to say something he already saw in his dreams. So he used, because the dream already happened.
Yes.
It's kind of telling story or narration. Okay, Mustafa?
Okay.
You understand it now?
Now.
Good. So let's get to the book. Okay, so here he's giving you some examples, like here past progressive, which is past continuous. And when should I relate it with past simple? So here we use past progressive or we use past continuous to describe what? Actions that were happening at the same time in the past. Okay, like Bill was listening to the radio while he was driving. So he was listening and driving at the same time. None of the actions stopped the other. Here,
Yes.
an action that was happening at a specific point in time in the past, like what? Like Irene was having lunch with her family at 1 o'clock yesterday. What does it mean? It means that the action was continuous at 1 o'clock yesterday. What does it mean also? It means that if I travel back in time to 1 o'clock yesterday, I would see Irene having lunch with her family. I would see the action still continuing and not finished.
Yes.
Number three, if I'm talking about an action interrupted, like stopped by another action. In other words, past simple is used for the action that interrupted the one in progress. In other words, the simple action, which is the short, interrupted or stopped the long action, which is the continuous. As we can say, she was sleeping on the sofa when the alarm went off. So she was sleeping, the action was continuous, and suddenly the alarm went off, the alarm rang. So she woke up, she stopped sleeping. Okay?
Yes.
And the last one, a situation in the past, like we set the scene or give background information about an event, like describing the background of the situation. Okay, like the sun was shining and the children were playing and I was very happy. I was spending a very lovely time with my family, you know, this way. Okay, he's giving you sometime expressions that you can use with past continuous, like as, while, at 5 o'clock, at the time, at that time, all day yesterday, all night, last weekend, all the week, last month, stuff like this, to show you the
Okay.
specific time in the past. Let me tell you something here in this table. It's very important. If you are using when, so to link between past simple and past continuous, or to use the past continuous, you may use when and while. I think you are familiar with these two linkers. If you are using when or as soon as, so they are followed by the simple tense.
Yes.
Okay, so if you are using when or as soon as, after them you can use past simple. Like if I say, when Dominic finished his work, he sent a text message to Sue. Like he finished the work, then he sent the message. This action happened first and the other action happened after it. So actions that happened and finished one after the other.
Yes.
Okay, so as soon as he talked to me on the phone, I wanted to see her. So as soon as she talked, and then I wanted, happened and finished one after another. But let me tell you something. If you have two actions, and one of them interrupted the other, so it means that you have a continuous action and a simple action. So focus in this part, please. The relation between the two sentences, or the relation between the two actions and the translation. Focus. While or as should be followed by past progressive, or the continuous. Like if I say, while I was falling asleep, a thought flashed into my mind. Here, the relation between the two sentences, a long action while I was falling asleep, stopped by a short action. A thought flashed into my mind. I was sleeping, then suddenly an idea flashed or came to my mind, then I woke up.
Yes.
Okay, as we were walking along the street, someone asked us for money. So we were walking and suddenly someone came to us and say, please give me money. So we stopped walking. So here also a long action stopped by a short action. So you have to keep focused or concentrate on the relation between the two sentences. They are happening, and so they are happening at the same time, and no one stopped the other, or one of them is long stopped by a short action, or they already happened and finished one after the other. So you have to keep focused on this. Okay. Okay. So here, that's all about this this unit. If you have any question, you may ask. Do you have
Actually,
any?
I don't have any question, but I want to know I study this unit and find any problem in that. You can explain to me next session.
Sure. If you got anything, if you got any question, I may ask, or sorry, I may answer you or explain it to you for sure before starting in the new unit. But I'd like you to keep focused on something. It's not about answering questions. You are in the conversation, so the outcome of the conversation is not to answer questions or grammar exercises. The idea here is to use the grammar in speaking, how to use the grammar in speaking. So once you know how to use the grammar, how to use the tenses, so it's not going to be any problem. You got this? So again, the target from the conversation is speaking correctly, grammatically and phonetically and everything. So the target is not to answer questions or exercises. The target is to use and practice the grammar, know how to, as I can say, apply the rule in speaking. You got it? Once you understand, so you have no problem.
I should practice more.
Yes, if you want, you can. If you want, you can, for example, record to yourself. If you want to practice the past.
Excuse me, I can't hear you.
If you want to practice the past simple and the past continuous, you can make some kind of self-recording to yourself. Speaking about like a story you have read before, telling a dream you have seen before. Okay, this way you are doing two things. You are practicing the grammar and you are practicing the pronunciation of the ed of the past. You got this?
I wanted to tell you something. It will be surprising you.
Yes, I want to be surprised. Please tell me.
Uh, I wrote very well.
You
I
can
mean,
write very well.
yes.
Yeah.
When I think in my mind with the sentence, I
Mm.
can write them very well,
Yes, so you
and they will
can
not find any
any
mistake.
mistakes. Yeah, so you are a
Yes,
very good writer, but you are not a very good
yes,
speaker. You can express by writing.
yes. That's my problem.
Yes.
Yes,
You know why? You know why? Because when I asked you before, you told me that I didn't used to practice English, miss. So you didn't used to speak a lot. You write more than you speak. Some people have problems with speaking, but when they listen, they understand everything. So their listening skills are much more better than their speaking skills because they listen more than they speak. Your problem is that you do not
when
speak
I
much,
want
but you
to
write a lot.
speak,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Mm.
when I want to speak to anyone, I
Mm-hmm.
feel a lot of pressure to,
Yes.
and I can't be more focused on my
Yes.
sentence when I am
You
said
know why?
to them.
You
But
know
when
why?
I wrote them, I will be, yes,
You know why? Number one, when you talk to someone, naturally you are stressed.
why?
You are stressed. Number one, you are under stress. This is number one. Number two, you feel that you are going to make mistakes, so you're afraid of mistakes or you're afraid of making mistakes. This is all in your mind. I want to speak correctly, like 100%. So you are afraid of mistakes. Okay? Number three, you think in Arabic. So please, if you
Yes,
would like to speak to anyone, don't you ever speak in Arabic. Don't you ever be afraid of mistakes. We all make mistakes while speaking. We all, even the native speakers. The native
yes,
speakers also make mistakes. So here, make mistakes, but the most important part is to be clear enough. Like I can speak to you or you can speak to me and say for me, he have a very big car. He have a very big car. This is a mistake, right? Like it should be he has, not he have, right? But when you said the sentence to me, I understood that this person uh, owns a car or this car is his car. So I got the information, you understand? So if you made mistakes, it's okay, it's possible, but it should not affect the idea or the context or the meaning that you want to convey to the others. So we all make mistakes. So don't be afraid of mistakes, but try as hard as you can to control the mistakes or limit the mistakes, but don't be afraid of it. Because if you were afraid or if you are afraid, you're going to make more mistakes and you're not going to be able to speak freely.
yes,
Okay, so don't be stressed, it's okay. We all make mistakes. Don't be afraid of mistakes and don't think in Arabic because some words in Arabic don't have like equivalent or synonym or a word with the same meaning in English. You understand? So sometimes we
yes,
make like we link between the words or we merge to convey the meaning. So a word in Arabic not all the time has an equivalent in English. So don't think in Arabic, think in English. Miss, I'm speaking and sometimes I stop speaking because I forget the words or I don't know the meaning of the word that I want to say. Sometimes we face this problem, right?
right.
So what should I do in this situation if I'm talking and suddenly I paused or I stopped because I don't know the meaning of the word that I want to say? So what should I do? I should describe it. If you know the word but you don't know the meaning of it, describe it. Miss, yesterday I bought something, the thing that which is made of plastic and we use it for writing. Sometimes it's metal and sometimes it's plastic and we use it for writing. I say to you, yeah, yesterday you put a pen. So from the description, I get the word that you want to tell me. This way, you made two things. Number one, you spoke in English.
Yes,
Number two, you didn't speak in Arabic. And in addition to this, you got the meaning of the word you want.
yes. You are telling me I should be able to make they understand me.
Yes, by any means, but you don't have to use Arabic. Okay, try to, yes, it's possible to make mistakes. It's not a big deal to make mistakes. We all make mistakes, but try to limit or control your mistakes and don't let the mistakes affect the meaning of the
Yes,
context. You got this?
yes,
And don't be afraid of it and try to have confidence. And how can I give the confidence? By practice. Once you practice or make self-practice or self-recording, so you are going to be able to speak with confidence. Okay? You
yes,
don't have much confidence because you don't practice much, or you don't practice a lot.
yes. That's the idea. Yeah,
Okay, very good. So now we understand. Now you know what should you do or what you should do.
yes, yes.
Okay, very good. So now, once we still have like 20 minutes, let's have a song. What do you think?
Okay. By
Good.
the way, you give us, I think, it's a scene about
Video, yeah, the
the
mask.
the mask,
Yes, I
right?
know. Still remember. Let's listen to the song, and after we finish, I'll discuss this with you. Let's
Okay,
make it like time or speaking time. Okay?
okay.
Good. Okay, let me prepare the song. Yeah.
By the way,
Mm-hmm.
you have a good taste in music.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you for your opinion. You're a gentleman. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you.
you are well.
Wait a second. Okay, let me share the screen.
Okay.
Mhm. This one is kind of a slow one. It's not a fast one. You're gonna like it.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what if I never kiss your lips again, or feel the touch of your sweet embrace? How would I ever go on? Without you, there's no place to belong. Well, someday love is gonna lead you back to me, but till it does, I'll have an empty heart. So I'll just have to believe somewhere out there you're thinking of me. Till the day I let you go, till we say our next hello, it's not goodbye. Till I see you again, I'll be right here, remembering when. And if time is on our side, there will be no tears to cry on down the road. There is one thing I can't deny, it's not goodbye. You think I'd be strong enough to make it through and rise above when the rain falls down, but it's so hard to be strong when you've been missing somebody so long. It's just a matter of time, I'm sure, but time takes time and I can't hold on. So won't you try as hard as you can to put my broken heart together again, till the day I let you go, until we say our next hello, it's not goodbye. Till I see you again, I'll be right here, remembering when. And if time is on our side, there will be no tears to cry on down the road. There is one thing I can't deny, it's not goodbye. Hey, it's not goodbye. Till the day I let you go, until we say our next hello, it's not goodbye.
Okay. Would you like to listen again?
I got 4 words only.
Only 4 words. Okay. So there is a bad need to listen again. So let's listen again.
Try online and project calendars. Unlike traditional calendars,
So let's check the answers.
Okay.
So the first one, number 1 is touch. Touch. Okay.
Yes.
Without you. Number 2, without.
Okay.
Number 3, place.
Right.
Okay. Number 4, empty. Empty heart. Empty.
Yes.
So I'll just have.
To leave.
Yes. Believe. Number 6,
Okay.
somewhere. And number 7, thinking. You're thinking of me. Somewhere out there, you're thinking of me. Here, till the day I let you go. Number 8, let. Till we say our next hello. Next. Okay. There will be no tears.
What does that mean?
Tears, like when you cry, tears come out of your eyes.
Right.
While crying, or while you're cutting onion. Tears.
Yes. I know.
Yeah, tears come out of your eyes. Okay. So there will be no tears to cry on down the road.
Yes.
Okay. Number 12, you think I'd be strong.
Yes.
Strong enough to make it through. And rise. R-I-S-E, rise above.
Yes.
Okay. When you've been missing. Okay. Number 16, time takes time. Number 16, time.
Right.
And number 17, hold on. Hold on, yes, which we said hold on.
Yes.
Yeah. Put my, number 18, broken. Number 19, heart. And number 20, together. Put my broken heart together again. And this part is repeated, like till the day I let you go, till we say our next hello. There will be no tears to cry on down the road. It's repeated.
Yes.
Okay, so I'd like you to watch the video with the lyrics after you get to the answers.
Okay.
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 So before we end the session, because we only have just 5 minutes, you still remember the scene from the movie?
Yes.
Okay, so let me ask you first. This mask is good or bad?
In my opinion, if mask was good, he
Mhm.
wasn't want to throw it in the river in the
Yes,
end of the movie.
yes,
And
right. Mm.
and I will tell you something. Everyone has a courage for
Mhm.
anything, but
Mhm.
he think himself he can't do anything.
Mhm.
And I prefer to work on the problem
Mhm. Face
over.
it. Face it, not
Yes,
escaping from it.
yes, yes,
Mhm. Excellent. So here you believe that all of us has the courage, brave enough, okay, to achieve his dreams, to do whatever he wants. We should never give up. We should have the self-confidence. We should try once, twice, even hundreds of times until we get what we want. Okay,
at
so
the
we
last minute in our life.
exactly once we still have, once we're still alive, once we still breathe, so we can do it. But we should
Yes,
have the confidence and the courage to do it. So we have to face our problems. We don't have to be cowards, and we don't have to run away or escape from it. We should not cross the bridge
yes.
when we come to it. Okay. So here, another question, or the second question: what would you do if you got this mask?
I will throw it without thinking because the mask will give me another character,
Yes.
and it's not me.
Uh-huh.
I didn't fix my problem, but
Yes.
uh, but I took any character and I think it will be get me better.
Yes. You're
But
hiding. So this way you are hiding behind the mask, and you're somebody else, which you're not, which is not you.
yes,
Yes, exactly. So you would not use the mask.
yes,
For me, I think, in my opinion, the mask can be good or bad, and it depends on the person who's gonna use it or who's gonna find it, and how he's going to use it. You got it. So if he used, or if this person used it in something useful, for sure it's gonna be good, something good. But if it's used in something evil or something bad or dangerous, so I think it's gonna be bad or dangerous in this case. So we don't need masks to achieve what we want. We don't have masks to be good people. We have to do this with, by ourselves. It depends on
we
us.
should have believe in ourselves.
Yes, we should believe in ourselves. Very good. I
Yes,
liked your opinion, Mustafa. Excellent. Very good.
thank you.
Okay, so once you practice speaking, you're gonna make it better.
Okay,
So take my advice and try to do what I said to you.
okay.
Okay, thank you for your time. I think this session was kind of private. الكلاس كان private النهارده يا مصطفى، انت كنت الوحيد اللي حاضر.
أيوة.
تمام.
هو كنت غير معاه بس
انا فاهمه، انا فاهمه.
أغلبيتهم متفرجة.
هو بس القصه ان انا عندي ظروف معينه بكره، ف يعني ما يعني بدل ما نلغي السيشن، لان انتوا طبعا اولى بالوقت، ف ادانا النهارده بدل ما يتلغي اصلا يعني. احنا كشركه ما بنحبش نلغي للعملاء، عشان طبعا احنا عارفين ان الناس ليها وقت وليها مواعيد، ويعني وانس ان في وقت نحب ان الناس تستفيد بيه. فاهم قصدي؟
Yes.
تمام. اوكي. كنت اتمنى لقيت الناس يبقوا موجودين، عشان النهارده كنت المفروض هختار منكم حد عشان نبتدي نعمل برزنتيشنز من السيشن اللي بعد العيد على طول ان شاء
متحمس
الله.
جدا للموضوع ده.
تمام. حلو قوي. طب لو انت مستعد، انت ممكن تحضر لنا اي توبيك نشتغل عليه السيشن اللي جاي، بمعنى ان انت هتحضر موضوع من اختيارك انت، بس ما تكتبوش. انا عايزاك اللي تكتبه الافكار الرئيسيه بتاعه الموضوع، كانك بتكتب موضوع comprehension كده زي موضوع الانشاء، بس تكتبه في هيئه ايه؟ عناصر او هيئه افكار، وتمسك كل فكره تتكلم عنها باسلوبك انت، بحيث بس افكارك تبقى مترتبه. لكن لا تحفظ حاجه ولا تكتب حاجه وتقراها، يعني ما تكتبيش باراجراف وتحفظه او تطلع تقراه. انا مش بقول لك ريد او ميمورايز، انا بقول لك سبيك. فانت بس هترتب افكارك، تمسك كل فكره تتكلم عنها باسلوبك انت، بحيث ان انا اسجل عندي في النوتس لا مصطفى ايه النقط الكويسه فيه، وايه النقط اللي محتاج يشتغل عليها عشان يحسن من السبيكنج بتاعه. pronunciation بقى ولا جرامر ولا كلمات ولا ايه بالظبط، لان انت لما تتكلم بطبيعتك انا هعرف ايه الحاجه اللي ناقصاك عشان تشتغل عليها. فهمت قصدي؟
طب الموضوع
اي
يعني ممكن يبقى
موضوع،
عن اي حاجه؟
عن اي حاجه، بس حاجه ما تبقاش معقده، يعني حاجه ما تبقاش مثلا scientific قوي او حاجه ليها عميقه. فاهم قصدي؟ حاجه جنرال يعني الناس كلها عندها فكره عنها، موضوع سيمبل حتى كمان عشان تسهل على نفسك انت الكلام. انت لو اخترت موضوع معقد هيبقى في مشكله مثلا ان انت تتكلم فيه. فاهم قصدي؟ اختار حاجه سيمبل بحيث ان انت تبقى قادر ان انت ديل وذ ات، يعني تقدر تتعامل بيها وتكون فاهمها كويس عشان تعرف تتكلم فيها. تمام؟ بسط الموضوع، يعني السبيكنج مش محتاج الكومبليشن او مش محتاج التعقيد يعني ما تبقاش
تمام.
ما
انا هحاول
تبقاش
اشوف
كومبلكس يعني.
موضوع كويس واحاول ان انا اشتغل عليه الفتره دي.
طب تمام، بعد العيد ان شاء الله بقى في اخر السيشن كده، في اخر تلت ساعه من السيشن بسيبك تتكلم فيه، ولو حابب تسال زمايلك اسئله تشاركهم معاك في الموضوع بحيث ان هي تبقى زي ديسكشن مفيش مشكله. هم برضو لو حابين يسالوك حاجه برضو نفس القصه، فاهمني؟ فالموضوع يبقى ايه، في انتر اكشن بيننا وبين بعض، بس ما يبقاش كومبلكس والنبي يا مصطفى مش حاجه معقده يعني. وطبعا ما ينفعش لا دين ولا سياسه
انا
ولا
هحاول.
كوره، مفيش politics، مفيش religion، مفيش فوتبول. دي
اشمعنى
الموضوعات.
الكوره يعني؟
هو طبيعي لان دي الحاجات اللي بيبقى فيها دايما جدل وخناق ونقاش، وده مش مجال للخناق والنقاش يعني، فاهمني؟ بس فهم اختار اي
انا
موضوع في
عندي روح رياضيه جدا.
ما انا انت في ناس تانية لا، في ناس بقى ممكن ليه يا عم ومش عارفه ليه يا عم وبتاع، والموضوع بدل ما يبقى سيشن يبقى فايت، واحنا مش عايزين ده. تمام؟ وطبعا الاختلاف في الاراء لا يفسد للود قضيه يعني. one way or another يعني نتجنب كل الحاجات دي، عشان طبعا يعني ردود افعال الناس مش واحده، فاحنا دول اكتر موضوعات بيبقوا فيهم جدل شويه، في argument كتير، فبلاش يعني لا دين ولا سياسه ولا كوره. اوكي؟
هو الموضوع يحير شويه بس هحاول.
لا هو مش يحير ولا حاجه،
اجيب
موضوع من
حاجه.
الحياه، عن التكنولوجي، عن الفريندشيب، عن الستاديز، عن اللانجوج، عن وات ايفر. قدامك موضوعات كتير ومش محير خالص، تحطه في افكار رئيسيه. تمام؟ وتبتدي تمسك كل فكره تتكلم عنها بطريقتك، بحيث بس تبقى انت لو مش مرتب افكارك هتجيب حاجه من هنا على حاجه من هنا، هنحس ان الموضوع مش مترتب فاحنا ما استفدناش معلومه مفيده. لازم معلومتك تبقى مترتبه.
اوكي.
اوكي؟ تمام يا مصطفى، ثانك يو فور يور تايم، وكل سنه وانت طيب.
وانت طيب. عيد
ربنا
سعيد ان شاء الله علينا
جميعا يا رب ان شاء الله. ثانك يو يا مصطفى. باي باي.